Restoration is brought to you by
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got gas protection.
Afrochic, ahofo kroji chinien. Vaseline Cocoa Glow with pure cocoa and shea butter.
Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
It's lovely to come your way one more time. This is Restoration. My name is Stacy. We'll be right back after this break.
Ghana for Hisense domosibe bray. Netitru anya pomudi adwumaye for. Corona yare baye. Woni ediniye. Ye koso asrese. Abanse say odi egu akwam no. Ye nkoso na ye niso. Ye yie di entra. Se wo home appliances a efe na eche ne bo da form afa entwe power. Yo bia be kan bia oboa. Eno ane Hisense. Hisense niema aye direct from factory. Ya na ye nti yetimi promotion abrebia. Hisense product abeto Ghana and one over Germany and America. Your fridge, air condition, TV, washing machine, gas cooker, blender, rice cooker, mobile phones, sound system, and even break home. You have 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Yeniamano, ya tete swama say, say here, no nose mask, no entry. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
GTP, timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort. I got yes, confidence. I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow. Yes. Yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month? Yes.
I got yes, confidence. I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection. I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
Hello, your friend Jackie. So we will be a winning who are there just to send me and Pimpino, your to me 5 gems if in Kitadia, your near Brucia, your fans, any and down for any. Nanso, what bet to me about home by use a Donko hand sanitizer, debia, any bribia. Every say your to me 5 gems if in Yama Yasa is so. A Donko hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. A Donko hand sanitizer, sure or dog. Never home by
FD ahwehwe say dwade nkratoyi mu agye atum say eye.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Underarms. You don't usually think about them. You protect them from sweat and odor. But that's not enough. What they need is something that takes care of them, so they feel good whatever you put them through. Introducing Dove Antiperspirant. It goes beyond 48-hour protection, giving you long-lasting dryness and soft, smooth underarms. Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
So bet matter we are. just so make me swap away. Who best dance what? We are assassin. Assassin, so dear. The name what that for more. Monsoon, you. Our Jim Ray Company Limited. What did Jim Ray? Now they accept. Jim Ray is assassin. Everywhere to carry. Conformia, Afianya, West Palm City, Kaswa, East Palm City, Kaswa, and the Shire Hills. Numbers near 0509 461675 and 0265 149942.
Restoration. Thank you going out to Phil of ABS Collection for my outfit, to Divine Cassie GH Beauty Artistry, the Souza Catering, to Axel Sweets. Thank you very much for hosting us for our one-on-one episodes of Restoration. A very big thank you to Jim Ray Company Limited. Get in touch with them for your litigation freelance across Ghana. And when you make that call, make sure to mention my name because you get a huge discount if you tell them I asked you to call. So make sure you do that. A big thank you to Adonko Original Hand Sanitizer. And in these difficult times, make sure that you have your Adonko sanitizer everywhere you go. Keep it in your bag, keep it in your car, everywhere you go, even for your kids when they're going to school, make sure they have one. A big thank you to Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, to High Sense, to Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, and of course to GTP for my fabric. And when a lady is having a good hair day, you should say a very big thank you to the person who made it happen. So a very big thank you to Harry's Professional Salon for this beautiful hair. And today I'm really excited about who I'm talking to, because we all have experiences we go through in life. And I always say that in life, when there are winds or when there are storms, you need to be calm, because sometimes that wind or storm takes something that you're not in need of from your life, and it sets you on the right path to new heights, new achievements, and a whole new story. My guest is a young woman who has seen it, who has been there, who has been loved by many of you, but has been able to carry weights that most people will not be able to carry. My guest for today is Mzvee. How are you, darling? I love the smile. You're glowing.
Thank you.
What's the secret?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
I'm sure it's just
the grace of God. And I mean, yes, tough times. Now cool times. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
It's normal. It happens. Yeah. It comes with age. Yeah. You're up sometimes, you're down sometimes, you're in between, but life goes on.
Yes.
Wow. So let's talk. The first time I met you, I remember it was in Nadia Buhari's house.
Yes, I remember.
Very young. You were much petite than this time. I remember you had a short hair.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, she's a star.
I think I was 18 at the time. Yeah.
And you were very shy.
Still shy.
But not as shy as that time. Because at that time, you didn't even talk. Like, very reserved.
Yeah.
But I said, she's a star.
Wow.
And look at you now.
Wow. My head is very big.
Don't let it explode. So tell me, growing up, I mean, so tell me, when you're a star, everybody thinks that everything is rosy. It just happened. You're from some rich home and maybe daddy and mommy pull some full strings and you're there.
Yeah.
How was it like for you?
I mean, like you said, people think, but for me, I don't know why, but people think I'm some dadaba kid.
Some dadabi.
Yeah, from some really rich home. Maybe I was eating with, Queen Elizabeth and I was traveling all over the world. But people do not know that life started really poor for my family. It was 6 of us. My brother, 2 sisters, my mom and dad sleeping in like one room.
You're kidding me.
For like 6 years of my life. And God just worked and worked and worked for us until this point.
Walk me through that time.
Yeah.
So you grew up to realize you were in that little space. How small was the space?
Oh, about to the door, like that much. Yeah, that much. At a point, we were able to get like a bunk bed. So my
you did not really feel the congestion?
Oh, you still felt it. So 2 on each, and then my parents found wherever they'll find on the floor, and they were good. But in the beginning, we were all on the floor. Yeah.
How is that possible?
I have no idea. My mom didn't have an education. She came from the village. My dad grew up in the village as well, but he had some education. So I think he went to university as well. He had his degree in business. And so from there, he met my mom. They got together. They had 4 of us.
And he didn't care that she did not have an education and just loved her for who she was.
Yeah, he loved her for who she was. I mean, that's why he married her. So it was never about what she knew or what she didn't know. I'm pretty sure it was about the connection. So say like when I was 5 years old, my mom started to sell like a pot of rice outside of where we were squatting. And it just moved on to become 2 pots because my mom is a really good cook. So people started to really buy her food. And then it became like from 1 pot to 2 pots to 3 pots. And then she ended up getting 2 chop bars and a restaurant. That's how good God was to us. And then my dad also got the opportunity to travel to Holland at a point, and then he started to bring in spare parts.
Okay.
And so he ended up having 21 spare parts shops in Abosiokai. So life really turned.
Just moved.
Yes. I mean, it took time, but when
it started happening,
it just kept going like that. And so fortunately for us, we had this good exposure. We were put in good schools. We all went to St. Martin de Porres, but before that, I was in a nursery school in Labadi, A&B South La School. I think it was my grandma's school. My sisters were in, I think Kajano 1 and 2 or something like that. Yeah, one of those. Yeah. So we moved to North Kanishi, and then my dad put us in Martin de Porres, and that's when all of that exposure came in. And from there, I went to St. Mary's Girls' School, and then I moved on to Ghana Central University first, and then I went to Ghana Technology University. Yeah.
I'm just trying to digest it.
Mm-hmm.
This fine Dadabi looking girl would go through. What were some of the hard times around that area?
Oh, wow. There were times when there was really no food. So the smallest that was left, because I was the last baby, they leave that one for me to eat.
Lucky you.
I know. But it wasn't pretty. And problems with, say, clothes, food, just basic stuff. Because it was a family house. It was my grandma's house, but we didn't have anywhere to be. So she gave us the smallest place she could give us. Yeah, and that was the room, and we had to share and make do with that. But that was the start of life. So, yeah. But luckily for me, I don't even remember it too much because when it got to my turn, I was like about 6, 7 when we moved from Labadi, and things like turned around. So I didn't feel it as much as
the older ones.
Yes.
When you moved, definitely you would feel that transition.
Mm-hmm.
Things would be different.
Yeah.
How were you able to adjust?
My home is really strict. Extremely strict. 2 Aigbe parents, it's not an easy one. There's time for you to watch TV. There's time for you to sleep. And you have to be of service to everyone, be cooking, cleaning, church, school. That was home. Even before we moved,
you need to be responsible.
You have to be. You can't choose anything else. So moving from Labadi to North, it wasn't much of a difference. It was still the same upbringing.
Yeah, but different environment.
Oh yeah, different. We moved to a compound house in North Kanishi. It was also family. It was a family compound house. So we had different relatives on the compound. And then we had a section. It was like a story building, but it was tiny up there, but it was much better than where we grew up, initially. And then my dad managed to make some shops, right under the house, the ground floor.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then some people rented it out. So we were there for quite a while. Quite. I was in St. Mary's before we moved from there. Yeah.
In school, how different were you from other children?
No, I was awkward. I was a really awkward kid. Still a bit awkward. I'm socially awkward because I didn't have that social life. We weren't allowed to make friends. I didn't have a typical childhood, like run to your neighbor's house and have a good time. No, it was just to
home.
and from. Yeah, it wasn't much of it. So secondary school, the whole time I was there, I was walking alone. I didn't know how to make conversation with people. I got uncomfortable in the midst of people. I took everything very hard. So it was really tough for me in secondary school. I didn't have fun in secondary school at all.
You didn't have friends?
I made conversation with one or two people. But yeah, that was about it. I didn't know how to like seal the deal with anybody. It was really awkward. Like I just, from the dormitory, walk to class, say hi to people.
Hello, hi.
The one I was sitting with was my friend. Okay. So yeah, we talked from time, but it just never went all the way.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a tight connection.
Yeah.
It was like, I have to talk to you because you're seated next to me.
Yes.
Yes. That's not cool.
I know. It was something I struggled with for a long time. So switching from that to doing the music was really tough for me. Really, really tough.
The music, how did it even start?
It was right after secondary school, and Nadia Bari's younger sister, Samira. So she called me because we were in St. Mary's together. So she called me.
So at least you had a friend.
Oh, yeah, but she'll tell you I was awkward, and I'm still very awkward. Yeah, so she called me, said, she wanted to form a girl band, so we should go see Richie, and she knew him. And I didn't know Richie. I didn't know anything music. We didn't listen to anything at home. I mean, the TV was for my father. He was watching CNN and all those things. In his car on radio, Kweku Baku, all those people.
Yeah.
Those are the names I knew. I didn't know Sesame Street. And I started seeing all those things like really late.
After.
Yeah, because the TV was my dad.
The TV's for daddy.
Yeah. There were times when, say, curfew is 9, and maybe there's this show and we are all watching. My mom would cheat for us sometimes, so we'll gather and watch it. And when we hear my dad coming, we'll go and put towel in like cold water and squeeze it and put it on the back of the TV so that it's cold.
Don't tell me daddy would come and touch.
Oh, he'll touch it. Yeah, he'll touch it. And if it's hot,
you're in trouble.
He will give it to
Mommy
you.
cannot even say
no. She can't say anything. She can't say anything. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was only in movies when daddies come and they touch it.
No, when you hear the horn, ping, skate. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Yeah. And my dad was so strict. When he came home, you won't hear any voices. Yeah. Really, really strict. Everyone is really like some mouse, like trying to just do everything without being
Even
heard.
if you are not sleeping, you have to try and sleep if you don't want trouble.
Oh, me, I wanted to sleep. Me, I didn't want to be part of anything going. I just wanted to sleep. Yeah.
So how did he, when the music thing started, how did he take it?
He didn't like it. He really didn't like it. He didn't know why I would even take my mind there. But mothers are, they always know how to massage a story and make the man look, So she also was worried because they never really heard anything good about the industry. From drugs to the girls sleeping their way to the top. They never looked responsible. Yeah. So this was their problem. And I had to prove to them that it was not going to be the same for me. So I was doing this music for a bit. My mom will come to the studio and see that, okay, she's working with professional people and it's not as bad as we think it is. And they just had to trust me. Yeah, they just had to trust me. I still did what they wanted. I went to school and all of that. But the music, at a point, they saw it was it for me. Yeah.
The first time your parents heard your song on radio or saw your video on TV, what was their reaction?
Okay, I never saw that reaction because, sadly, when I started the music situation, I sort of pulled away from family. And I pulled away from family for about 7 years.
Why?
I didn't have a really happy upbringing. So it was just so much. I was tired, I was angry about home and everything going on, and I just wanted out. And so I found music and I waited, and I calculate everything I do. So I waited. When I saw I had the chance to move out and be on my own, I took it, and I was out. And I wasn't talking to them for a really long time. So I never got to see their first expressions on anything I did, which I'm sad about.
Were you not bothered?
Honestly speaking, the music was like an escape for me. So my mind was not on the hurt anymore. It was rather on like work. So I know it looks like I was insensitive, but there was so much going on with me. I was a kid, and I didn't understand a lot of things. That were going on with me. So I don't know. I don't know why I did what I did. I don't know why it turned out to be like that, but I ended up leaving home. I left home at 19, and I didn't leave the right way. No one knew I was leaving. I just left home.
You woke up one day and you just decided, I'm done.
Yeah.
Did they try to look for you?
They did. They called the police. I'm not proud of this moment. They called the police. They tried to find me, but at the end of the day, I felt like, this was my time to
shine.
No, just focus on me. Yeah, because I didn't feel like I had a life at home. I was really unhappy for a really long time. So when I left home, I don't want to say I ran away from home. So when I left home, it was like an escape from everything else that was going on in the house. Yeah.
Did mommy try to reach you?
She did. She was heartbroken, and it pains me when I remember, because my mom is very emotional, extremely emotional, and moms love their kids crazy. So I'm now understanding how this all affected her. I didn't take her feelings into consideration at the time. I didn't even understand what a mother would go through, like just waking up one day and seeing that their daughter is not at home. I didn't ever think of it at all. It was when we reconnected and started talking, and then I grew up a little, that I thought of all of those things. I was like, wow, I had to apologize to her for
all the wasted years.
Yeah.
Wow, that is some revelation.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
GTP, timeless.
Ghana for high sense da Mzvee brain. Netitru anya pomudi adwumaye for corona yare ba ye. Won ye diniye. Ye koso asre se abanse se odi egu akwam no. Ye nkoso na ye niso. Ye yie die ntra. Se wo pe home appliances a efe na eche ne bo da form afa entwe power. Ye obia be kan bia oboa. Eno ane high sense. High sense niema aye direct from factory. Ya na ye nti yetimi promotion abrebia. High sense product abeto Ghana and one over Germany and America. Your fridge, air condition, TV, washing machine, gas cooker, blender, rice cooker, mobile phones, sound system, and even break home. You have 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Mano, ya tete swama museo. Say yeah, no nose mask, no entry. High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Enwine efese enwia akono afo chicken ninu emuto kama afo chicken ninu ema ho fesun kokra afede natural hair for nso nya hair extension. How old to Afro chicken rini be ni border fem boko. a natural access shower obi who difference. Afro Chic, HBS ne kofa by. Obenya ye wo kokomlemle ye Benjoy FM. Pray 0202 747464. Afro Chic, ahofe kroji and chinye no ho.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away easy.
Yes, comfort, I got. Yes, confidence, I got. Yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi, is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes.
Yes, confidence, I got.
Yes.
We got yes protection, I got.
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
So bet matter we are. A chance of betting is what away. Who best dance what we assassin. Assassin so there, the neighbor that for more. Monsoon new. Our Mzvee Company Limited. What did Mzvee? Now they accept. Mzvee is assassin. Everywhere to carry. Koforia, Afianya,
West Palm City, Kaswa, East Palm City, Kaswa, and Shah Hills.
Numbers near 0509 461675 and 0265 149942.
I love to eat a tasty breakfast in the morning. Something delicious and healthy, filled with vitamins. That's my day right, makes me so bright. Keeps my body happy. Let me tell you about what I eat. It's my secret. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Wow! I say hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Crunchy!
Hi, my name is Jackie. If you're an active person like myself, there's nothing much you can do without picking up a few germs from my daily contact with fans, family, and friends. But you can protect yourself by using hand sanitizer. Use Adonko hand sanitizer daily and frequently, as a high percentage of germs are transmitted through hand contact. Adonko hand sanitizer gives you that daily protection from germs, bacteria you can't see. Adonko hand sanitizer. Show love, protect yourself.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Underarms. You don't usually think about them. You protect them from sweat and odor. But that's not enough. What they need is something that takes care of them, so they feel good whatever you put them through. Introducing Dove Antiperspirant. It goes beyond 48-hour protection, giving you long-lasting dryness and soft, smooth underarms. Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
Introducing new Sunlight 2-in-1. It gives you burst, after burst, after burst of long-lasting freshness. New Sunlight 2-in-1 for burst after burst of long-lasting freshness.
Last week, our super crazy giveaway moment brought us to the salon and we met with Frema. And just after we're done with Frema, we met this beautiful lady who also happens to be a big fan of restoration. So, sweet, that's what's your name?
Mercy.
Messi. So, Messi is also a big fan of restoration space. Messi, what was your favorite episode?
I am the lady who I watched you and Mary Akufu.
Mary Akufu,
yeah, with person for the autism.
Oh, the autistic children.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I watched.
That was your favorite episode.
Yeah.
Wow. But what do you like about it?
I like it, and I learned a lot of things about it. That we should cater for everybody. We should care for anybody. At least you have to appreciate anybody that comes your way.
So today, High Sense has sent us to you to give you this amazing party. Wow. For being a big fan of restoration. So you have to tell all your friends to keep watching. Okay. So what do you have to tell High Sense?
May God richly bless them for the good work they are doing. Really appreciate everything about them. Like them and we love them too.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you, you're welcome.
So Mercy is our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. Next week will come your way with another winner. If you want to be a winner, you know what to do. Get in touch with us and we'll come visit you wherever you are. Restoration. Welcome back from our commercial break, and I would say a very big congratulations to our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. We are still having an amazing chat with Mzvee. Mzvee, I'm surprised. For 7 years, I mean, sometimes year one, I'm like, okay, I'm cool. Year two, okay, I'm cool. Year three, you become a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
Year four, you're like, oh, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Did you go through that emotional roller coaster?
I don't want people to say I have a hard heart. I didn't. I'm being honest. Home was not fun. It wasn't happy. I'm really sorry. I know my parents are going to watch this, but I have to be honest. It wasn't fun. It wasn't happy. It was stressful for a kid like myself at the time. It was just too much for kids to handle that type of situation we were in. It wasn't happy. It wasn't happy. And I'm not the kind of kid that will open up. I'm very reserved.
You just boil it.
Yes. And
so you become like the champagne bottle. The moment you pop, it's like, you've had it.
Yeah. And I'm the kind of person who won't complain. I just do what everybody says. And if you hurt me, I just keep going.
Soak it in.
But the minute it gets to that point, I just take my decision and that's about it. Yeah.
At what point did you begin to feel sorry?
Honestly speaking, was the first time who did I talk to? I was having a heart-to-heart with someone, and as I was saying the story, I was just now thinking about how my mom must have felt like through all of that, and my siblings. I was like the closest to one of my sisters, Margaret. And when I was trying to leave home, I didn't tell her about it. Killed her. Like, she was really upset with me. My big sister was home the day I left. She was in her room reading. She loves to read. She's a lawyer now. I waited for her to get in to start reading her books, and then I had packed the whole bag. And I didn't feel like I was noticed at home. Like, my mom can stop me and say, Vera, we don't even know what you're thinking. I'm just so quiet. So I just was tired. I packed the bag. I told you I calculate everything. So I waited for her to get in her room and start reading. And then I packed. I'd been packing my bag for a while, but they didn't know about that. And then as she was reading, I told her I was going to buy something. And then I just moved my suitcase and then I was away.
Did you have money?
A bit, somehow, some way.
So where did you go?
I went to a friend's place, a friend's mom's.
Okay.
Yes. And she'd rather I came and was
safe.
Than to just go off somewhere no one will know about. So at a point, she communicated with my parents, let them know that this is where I was and stuff like that. So,
and at least they were comfortable. They knew you were safe.
Oh, my mom wasn't comfortable. She wanted me back home, but I didn't want to go back home.
When you're famous, there are certain things you don't want people to know about.
Yeah.
Were there times you felt like, okay, if people get to know this, are they going to love me less? Will I lose my fan base?
Yeah, I've never said this story about me leaving home, and yeah, people are pretty judgy. So, and I didn't want to hurt my parents. Yeah, I didn't want to go say this for their friends or the family to come and attack them in any
judge
way.
them.
Yeah, I just wanted to
when
leave.
it was no fault of theirs.
Yes. So, aside that, I've never been too worried about what people really thought about me. Yeah, it's never been pressure for me, what people thought about me. Yeah.
So with everything you had been through, how did it affect you as a professional musician?
Like I said before, switching from a lifestyle of, I don't say captivity, that's really extreme.
No, that's extreme.
Yeah, but switching from a very solitary lifestyle into this lifestyle where you have to
the freedom,
be smiley and be nice.
Even when you're sad.
Yeah, and just...
That is actually a very subtle way of being in another box.
Yeah, this was a bigger box of like craziness. I didn't expect to meet this, but it was so much pressure on me. My first 2 years as a solo artist, the comments I was getting was, Mzvee is so rude. Mzvee is not nice, because I wasn't really smart. It's not that I didn't want to. I didn't know how to.
It wasn't you.
No, I didn't know how to do that. I was just used to having my straight face and doing what I had to do. So going out into public, people will complain. Then we go back to the studio. Then my manager is like, people are complaining. You have to smile more. You have to. And it was pressure for me. It was so much pressure for me. Leading, like up until this point, I just recently got out of that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it took me a really long time.
And you were in a group.
Yes.
And eventually became solo. And the other members of the group actually left you with a record label.
Yeah.
Was it another Destiny's Child kind of thing? Where some members felt, okay, a particular member of the group was being favored?
I don't know. Up till today, I really felt like everything was going how it was supposed to. The thing about me is, if I'm focused on something, you can't shift my mind off it. So I was doing my work, but I think that maybe and now people will say I've been lying this whole time. Yes, I've been lying this whole time, because I just don't want too much talk with what happened before. But some of my teammates, well, it's just two of them, they felt there was a bit of unfairness, like with the three of us. And look, I was 18. I really had no idea what was going on. I came from home. They tell me to sing, and I will sing. And then I perform, and I go back home. And my parents weren't even financing, like, say, my transport to the studio and stuff like that. So I'd have to save my lunch money and try and get myself to the studio from from Central. I had to pick about 4 buses, 4 trotros to get to the studio and get work done. So I wasn't playing with my work. But at a point, things just sort of went sour with my band members. So Samira just one day up and left. I didn't understand why. And then at a point, Angie, she was 16 at the time. I think she had to go to school in America. So that happened. But after a while, after about 4 or 5 years, I met Samira again. And then we spoke about this over dinner. And I tried to explain, like, I had no idea what was happening. Yeah, I was just really doing what I was told. And me, I'm very good at following rules.
From home.
I'm a good soldier, yes. So they say do this, I'm doing it, and I'm used to, like, you have to do it well. So that was about it. But then she explained certain things to me, and I came to understand, oh wow, okay. I wasn't paying attention.
And
but
now you ladies are cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So with all the fame that came, with all the attention, Mzvee, did it get to you sometimes?
Yeah, I could get really tired of it. Not that I didn't appreciate it. I lived a really quiet life for so long, so it was overwhelming. But after a while, a really long while, I came to understand it was just love. And it may be a lot of love, but a lot of people don't have this opportunity. So,
so you get overwhelmed.
Yeah. So in the end, I ended up learning that I had to enjoy it because a handful of people get to experience something like this in life. So I just started to adjust to all of that, yeah.
Were there times you stood on some stages and took a deep breath and went like, what if my parents were here?
No. I just was in this zone. I had gone from everything that my life was, and I was just in a different zone, and I was just
different
going.
element.
Yeah, I was just going. And last year, after my whole depression thing hit, I had a lot of time to reflect on everything. And I realized that, a lot of people used to say I was behaving like a robot. Like they tell you to do this, you do it. Like there was no juice to anything I was doing. It's really like
all
calculated up. Yeah, very calculated. And I had all of this reflection, and I was just thinking, wow, I was not present for anything that was happening. That's why I realized I didn't enjoy anything that was happening. Like I had delayed reactions to everything good that happened. I was nominated for BET Awards 2015. Everyone was screaming, and I was just there. Then I was nominated again 2016. I packed my bags and went to California, and I was there. I love Beyonce. She performed. I was just looking at her. And then I came back home. I was not present for I didn't enjoy anything. I didn't. I was just going. I didn't stop to appreciate anything that was going on in my life. I was just going.
At what point did you realize that I've got to stop and start doing me?
Oh, that was last year. It feels like it was really late. After 8 years of singing, I mean, I should have grown by then. But I think people have different processes.
For growth.
Yeah, for growth. So mine took quite a while, but when it hit me. And it hit me last year. And so now people see me and they keep saying that they love the new me because I just have this glow. And you said today when you saw me, I'm just really myself, and I'm in the moment, I'm in the present, and I celebrate very little things. Something really small can happen and I'll go out to have some fun. So, yeah, I don't want to end up missing out on life or on my young days, or I really want to be present for everything.
There is always a point you get that something hits you and you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
What was that thing?
It was not one thing. It was just so many things that hit me at once. Because like I was saying before...
Then that was like boom.
Yeah. I'm a very private person, very quiet. So many things piled up over so many years. And then 2017, it just really started to show in everything I did. So Richie will ask me, are you okay? And then we'll sit down and have all these emotional conversations about I don't know what
is going on.
Yeah, I had no idea what was happening.
I just don't feel like talking. I just don't feel like doing it. There are times, a guy said most women go like, I'm fine even when they're not fine.
Yeah.
But really sometimes you just don't know what is going on and you're just not fine.
Yeah.
You were in that mood.
Mm-hmm. And it just kept progressing from
piling up
from 2017 and then 2019, because 2017 I started with Richie in the studio. I told him that I have a feeling I'm going to stop the music. And we had a whole conversation about it. And then 2 years down the line, we were recording again, same studio, and I told him I think this was it. and I wanted to just end everything.
So from what you're saying, it was very mutual. So he knew that a time was going to come that you were going to part ways because you were just not feeling it.
Yeah, when I told him 2019 that I wanted to stop. When I told him that I wanted to stop, he said these words. I knew this was coming. He said it, that he knew it was coming. Yeah.
How did you get your groove back? Let me put it that way. How Mzvee got her groove back.
Yeah, so I connected with my family again, and it's the best thing I ever did. And if anybody is watching this, family is
everything.
Is everything. Like, don't play with family. I mean, every family has their ups and downs, but family, they are the only ones who hold you down in your darkest moments. So, yeah.
Now I want to know how you did that, because you sneaked out.
Yeah.
So did you sneak back in?
My mom, she was relentless. She was always trying to reach out and talk to me. And so it was like a slow build. But then at a point we started talking a bit more. It's like every 2-3 weeks. That was a bit more.
You're weird.
Very strange, and I love it. So yeah.
That's 3 weeks is a bit more.
Yeah. I didn't talk much I'm a loner, if I should say. So my family got in the mix, and I started talking to them, going home, and I was sharing my sad times with my mom, and she would talk me out of it, and sometimes she would cry with me. And then I reconnected with some old friends, and yeah, it just happened. I just tried to have relationships with human beings.
Not yourself.
Not myself. You can't go through this world alone. You really can't. You need people. True. Yeah.
And within that time, were you praying a lot? Were you asking God to see you through the moment?
Yes, I was. Because I was very unhappy. I was literally crying every day. Every day I was crying. Every day about, I don't know why. I was just a very sad, angry person. I didn't want to communicate with people. I just wanted to be by myself. And when I think of it, I know all this is stemming from how I was brought up to the switch of everything. I think it was just too much for me.
Are you happy now?
Very, very, very happy. I'm the happiest person.
And how is Daddy?
Fine. Very fine.
You guys are cool.
Oh, right now he calls me Mzvee, so.
I like that. Well, you moved from Vera to Mzvee.
Oh, yeah, Mzvee. Then you added your Mzvee.
That is cool after all.
Oh, he's cool. He's really cool.
So you see, that time gave all of you time to rediscover yourselves and make each other comfortable.
Yeah.
So yes, the sneaking out was bad, but at least it helped.
It did.
Wow.
It did.
I mean, I've had a very wonderful conversation. Thank you for opening up to share this part of your life with us.
I'm glad I didn't cry, because I'm holding my tissue.
No, I made sure, because you said you didn't want to, so I made sure. But it's good to know that in place of the tears, we had a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
And that is good.
Yeah. Now I can look back on all the crazy things and actually laugh. Yeah.
I have laughed. So I'm sure there are things you did not share that you laugh over most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's time for us to be generous.
Okay.
It's time for a high sense, super crazy giveaway moment. So kindly pick an envelope. Whatever is in there is yours.
Oh, wow.
Okay, can I help you with that? Okay. Okay, so thank you for coming. You take home a Hisense rice cooker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is what you take home today. Do you love rice?
I love rice.
Okay.
My favorite dishes are all rice dishes.
Okay, so now you don't have to worry.
Oh,
just put your rice in here and you're good.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. And from Lexter Ghana Limited, producers of Yas products and Hooch Cornflakes. We have this for you. We have some books in there so you can write all the songs, and I'm waiting for more hits from you. And we have the tissues there, so in case you want to cry, laugh and cry, then you can use that. And again, this is coming from Frame Masters.
Wow.
And this is so beautiful. This Ibe Toffee.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Look, she looks more beautiful.
Oh, you are beautiful, both here and there.
Thank you.
So this is yours.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, this is nice. Thank you for having me.
Mzvee, So you want to say hello to Daddy and Mommy?
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Hamenupeda. Catch you later.
Well, this has been a very interesting edition, and I'm sure that parents watching us, you have picked some cues from what Mzvee said. You need to get all the children involved so they don't sneak out like she did. A very big thank you to all of our sponsors, Hisense, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes to GTP, Mzvee Company Limited, Adonko Original Hand Sanitizer, and Adonko Next Level. A very big thank you to you. Of course, to Access Suites, thank you very much for hosting us for our exclusive one-on-one episodes of Restoration. A big thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfits, Divine Cassie, GH Beauty Artistry, and a very big thank you to Harriet's Professional Hair Studio for my hair. I really appreciate you, Harriet. To Team M-Clan, thank you very much, M-Clan Media Production. And of course, I'm a foodie, to the Souza Catering. Soraya, thank you very much for always making sure my team and I have the best food each time we are here to shoot. Always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, and make sure you don't sneak out of your home. See you next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.